Well, about 27 years. And we've been praying for him and for Kaylyn, didn't know her name, for about 27 years and 9 months. Praying for this day and praying for y'all's finding each other and getting married. What an answer to prayer Kaylyn has been for our family. We thought Christopher would never get married. This is tough. This is not all factual.
Good. Yeah, I like that.
I had to make a few notes here. As kids are growing up, the parents go through a lot of different styles of managing the relationship is to try to get them up to responsibility and out on their own. But today starts a new phase of the relationship with Christopher, kind of the consultative style of consultative phase of the relationship. So in the consultative phase, we don't give any opinions or advice unless requested. So this is my last chance to give you unrequested advice. That's what I'm giving you today. We were on a mountain last week.
This week. That was this week. That was 3 days ago.
3 days ago. And coming down the mountain, we kept slipping and falling. And Christopher astutely said, partway down the mountain, well, the reason we're falling is because of small rocks on big rocks. So that's kind of the theme here. You step on a little rock, and it just scoot out from under you on top of a big flat rock. And it was pretty dangerous, and we were tripping up. And I was thinking, you know, that's a good metaphor for decision making in life. It's the small decisions that trip you up. It's not the big ones. Today is a big one. And you think about it, you pray for it, like if you're hiking, you see the big rock, you get right, you climb over it, you know, you're prepared, but it's the small stuff that trips you up. So it's the small rocks on the big rocks. So we make thousands of small decisions and assumptions every day go through our lives. And it's easy to say, well, you got to watch out for the small decisions. But how do you really do that? How do you stay on track all the time? There's so many small decisions you make every day. You get the big ones right. You get saved, you get married, you have kids, but it's the little stuff. So the only way to do that really is to walk in the Spirit.
Yeah.
If you walk in the Spirit, you don't have to worry about the small stuff. God will guide your steps. There's so many verses in the Bible about walking in the Spirit. And I don't want to trust my memory here. I picked out 4. Proverbs 14:12. There's a way that seems right to a man, but his way leads to death. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Don't trust on your own understanding. You will trip on the small rocks. As long as you walk in the Spirit, you'll both be in agreement as well. Sorry, I got my hands. Galatians 5:18. But if you're led by the Spirit, you're not under the law. That's a key verse for me. Just walk in the Spirit, keep your eyes on the Lord. And then the last one here, Isaiah 30:21. And your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. When you turn to the right or when you turn to the left. So there's so many more verses in the Bible about walking in the Spirit, and I would challenge you to become a student of those. And I will write those down for you, and I'll repackage those rocks for you, in a jar for you to have those as a reminder. But now that you have that background, my toast to you is watch out for the small rocks on the big rocks. That was our one-liner on the mountain. Watch the small decisions in your life every day, all the things that happen to you. So I don't have a glass to toast. Be diligent over the small rocks and the big rocks.
Awesome. Love you, Pop. I want some small rocks.
Thanks.
So I'll get these all dried off.
I love the mask too.
Yeah.
Make sure those get in the jar.
I'll go, great. Yes, it.
Maggie.
Oh, guys, this could be a long one, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna look at my note. First, I just want to say congratulations. Welcome to the Married Club. It is the best, and it's not a club that sounds exclusive, so it's not exclusive. But welcome to the season of life. It is the best. Only been in it for 2 years, but truly so excited that we're getting to finally get to be in the same season together, and then eventually have kids and be in that season together. And so first, just congratulations. This is gonna be, truly the best years of your life. But a lot of things. I want to start with KK real quick. A lot of, I wrote my notes are all over the place. I wrote so many memories, and I wrote just different words. So first, I'm going to start with some memories. Because KK, if you know KK, she is like resilient. Okay, so there's no challenge, no obstacle that's going to get in the way of her. So example number one, we were at an event where Brad Pitt was at the event. And by golly, she said we're gonna meet him. And how many of you know, y'all, she smooth talked all of the security. She got past all of the bodyguards. Next thing I know, we're like in a picture with Brad Pitt. And I was like, that's my girl. Marathon, for those of you who know, she ran a marathon, which I don't know the statistic, but that's a really small number of people. But it's cool because me and Mom were cheering her on. We were already so proud, but then we ended up talking to a girl next to us who said that there was only like 5 people under the age of 18 that were running, and that her daughter was one of them that had registered for this marathon. So I was like, because she had to get approval, because apparently it's not safe for people under 18. But anyway, long story short, we find out my sister ended up being one of actually she was the 6th, because we didn't register it, because my dad actually put maybe the wrong birthday date, so she was like 18. Long story, I started crying. The point of the story, I started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, my sister's so strong. Like, she had to get a medical pass. She didn't even do it. She just crushed it. I said that first. Example number 2, 3. Hannah Montana concert. That was fun. We also, we flew to Houston, Texas. I broke my foot, and she carried me all the way to our seats. But no, I truly just went there. I wrote Up and Down the River. I thought about all the different nights that we played Up and Down the River as a family. One of my favorites is that every time I snuck out, she was always my cover. So true. So she covered me. She and my brother commits to skydiving. I mean, this girl, seriously, there's no obstacle. And I just think, all those examples are kind of funny. But like truly, and I even think this past month just shows it, but like truly, there's no obstacle that you can't overcome. And I know that it's not you. I know it's the Jesus inside of you. And so I just want to honor you for that, because I look up to you so much, just in your strength and the way you love God. And the second word I thought of was special. You were just the most special human that I've ever met. From your spirit to the way you talk, to the way she used to just write music, and I knew every word. I literally started singing, do you remember those days this morning? Just thinking about just how special you are, and you're just special. And the third I thought was you're a worshiper. And I thought it was cool that you had said that when my dad asked, but you are a worshiper. And when I think about different people in the Bible, Mary and Martha, like you sit at the feet of Jesus, like you are Mary, and you can get stuff done. Right. You're a Martha, but you are a Mary, and I just need you to know, like I look up just to the way that you just worship Jesus and you love Jesus and you truly live for an audience of one, and I just think it's so beautiful. And I'm so excited that you found the man of your dreams that we prayed for. I truly didn't know what it was going to take to lead her, because she's so unique and special. And in the most beautiful blessing, compliment. But Chris, like you have seriously, and I'll kind of shift, like I just want to honor you. I mean, you are an amazing man of God, and you were amazing before you met KK. But boy, you two together, you guys are a power couple, and just the way that you've led her has brought me so much peace and confidence. And just like when I met my husband and the way he led me, I didn't know what I needed until I met him. And so seeing the way that you've loved and pursued her is just, truly blown my mind. And I asked her this morning, I was like, can we get dinner tomorrow night? Or is this like, you actually with him? Is this actually it? I was like, oh my God. But I'm so, not really, I know, enjoy your time. But it truly, like, it brings me, I will be here. But truly, it just brings me so much joy. The fact that it's you. I can't imagine a day right now if I was like upset about you. The fact that I'm overjoyed is just such a beautiful just sign of the Lord's faithfulness. And so I'm excited for you guys to be married. I'm excited for you guys to walk in God's faithfulness. As a couple, I would see the word I just kept thinking was just purpose. I feel like you are so purposeful. There's no fluff, no fat. We've trimmed it all off. You guys are purposeful. And I believe that the Lord is going to totally take you guys just on a beautiful, amazing journey that you couldn't do by yourself. For your purpose, God, y'all had to be together. And so I'm excited because for all of these years, God has written your chapters separately, but God was like, all right, it's time for them to accomplish what I've called them to accomplish. It's time for you guys to be together. And so I love you. I bless you. I can't wait to raise babies together and all of our family trips. And you guys are great. So if you have your glass, raise it up. We toast to them. Cheers. So much.
Hello.
William.
You speak slow. So, yeah. Let's see. No, so pretty much all I want to say is, y'all obviously have a huge gift for working with kids and young adults, and y'all have been, developing that gift through the ranch and through other ways. And yours kind of seemingly came out of nowhere, and I don't know your full story, but I just want to say I'm very, very excited to see what you guys accomplish in the future. And I'm already thanking God in advance, and I'm really excited to see what you guys do. So that's all.
Cheers.
Love you, brother. Love you.
Ooh, come on, Ellen. Ellen.
I just love y'all so much. I'm so proud of you. And Christopher, you've been my buddy through childhood growing up. Our little car rides to fellowship together were just so fun and so memorable, listening to Macklemore on the way to school. But my my toast to y'all is that may today be the day that y'all love each other the least. Today is just the launch point of y'all, and I'm so excited for y'all to see what y'all grow, well, how y'all grow, how you multiply, and what you're able to accomplish together. I'm really excited, and today is hopefully the day you love each other the least. Cheers!
Love you, sis.
Love you.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
I'll be. You're good with words.
To start, for some reason, Christopher's nickname growing up was Yogurt. That's where we've begun.
And crispy.
Yeah, and crispy. There's plenty more. But I had 12 thoughts all at once. Somebody was like talking about King David last night. I was like, oh, that's funny. We've got King David for Camille apparently, but I associate King David with Christopher. And I think about how the Lord provided this friendship with Jonathan and how he knit their hearts together and the covenants that they made. And I see that in the friendships that you have formed. But I also particularly think of Jake and the role that he's had in your life, and how much he would make you laugh as a kid. And I mean, we have filmed episodes of Bear Grylls, them brushing their teeth with leaves, slinging through mud, trying to build these forts. And I was out there, filming it. But they would just cackle and laugh. And when I met Kaylyn, she was the female version of that laughter in that friendship that you have with Jake. And I was like, wow. And then I also I don't know, it's a couple of years ago, you were talking about your just most favorite dream day. And you talked about this epic morning with your wife. And I was like, man, he's just waiting for somebody to love. And I think that it's been really special to see how you've protected your heart and other people's hearts as you've patiently waited until you've been led to where God has been, what He's been preparing you for, and how you've been faithful in all of these different seasons that are uncomfortable. The most extroverted person I know finds himself in the middle of the woods for 3 years in a town of like what, less than 5,000 people, and this is my time of consecration. You know, I'm like, okay, that's awesome. And I think that you have a really like amazing gift of spurring people along, and a lot of similar qualities that Kaylyn has. And I am really excited to see what that's going to look like as you're propelled forth in your marriage. And was there anything else I want to say? I got lots I could say, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. And I have a toast from Jake, actually, but we'll have to figure out how to put it up there. So, to the bride, you got to say it. To the bride, to the groom, to the groom. Whatever comes next in Hamilton. To the union, to the union.
By Will, but a lot of great memories with Chris, and I think maybe planting the seed for this whole union to start.
He did.
I want to share a story about Chris as a friend. One time I was sitting at a trailer in Auburn. I was supposed to go hang out with Chris at his place, and there's a storm coming through, pretty rough, tornado-ish weather, and a tree fell on our trailer. And I said, Chris, I can't come over right now. I got a tree that fell down. And I started dealing with everything as I went home. And within 5 minutes, Chris showed up. He said, I'm here for you. Got up on the roof. We got that tree off, and Zach came and helped us out too. But it was just without hesitation that he came and helped me and served me. And when I think of Chris, I think of someone who wants the best for you. And I want the best for you, and you're the best for him, and he's the best for you. I'm just so happy that you guys are together, and just seeing it kind of start. And I was like, when Chris was headed out to JH, I said, hey, there's this girl Kaylyn out there.
Oh, really?
I did. I said, she's just like you. I think you're gonna love her. And
I didn't know that.
he met her.
He also told me.
I told Kaylyn too about Chris, and it's just working behind the scenes. I love you guys. Super excited for you guys and the impact that you're going to make on the kingdom, everyone around. I'm just so proud of you too. So, to Chris and Kaylyn.
Everyone look at yourselves later. So I am Alton. I am a childhood friend. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because no one knows more than the Greens how much I hate being in front of people. I just want to say that I feel so honored, and even like on behalf of the bridesmaids, I think you've been such a solid friend, and I think your bridal party is so representative that like you take people with you in every season, and you've just been a friend to all of us in so many different ways and so many different seasons that it's beautiful to see like all these stages of your life just to come together and like be able to celebrate and honor you. Chris, I want to say for you, praying for Kay's husband for years has been something that I feel like we have just prayed so hard for someone. You joke about the light and the candle, but someone who won't dim her, but just let her grow brighter and brighter and not extinguish the flame that she is, because everyone has said she's so unique and she's so special and she's so special to so many people, and you just exuberate that. Like you don't take away from that at all, you add to it. And I think that that's so rare and so special, and so I want to say thank you for that and not extinguishing her, because she is so bright and so special and you lead her so well. On behalf of the bridesmaids, I just kind of want to say I have a little treat. When it rains on weddings, it's supposed to be good luck. So I've collected your rainwater. And I think I've heard really special, really sweet for you to bless it, and you can baptize your children with this. You can do whatever, but this is for y'all, and this is the water from this morning.
Alright, I don't know how this works.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. Love you two so incredibly much. Kaylyn, you're my buddy. I mean, Kaylyn and I are both a 3 on the Enneagram, and Maggie and Colette are both 8s, and so I get her and they get each other. And we think things are so funny and they don't, and we think it's their fault and they think we're weird, but it's just so amazing. You have been such a joy to me and to your mom and to our family, and you are like, our healing began when you entered this world, and that's the truth. God used you, even at a very young age. You were spirit-filled, and our family felt that. And just as Carlton and others have said, you have been a true light. And to do life and to watch you grow into an amazing young woman has just been a complete joy as a father. And I'm so proud of you. And just all the memories, I was just reminiscing on so many, just even from, so Miss Colette still has not forgiven me. We had 3 under 4 or 5 when I bought a dog. But I bought the dog because I borrowed my aunt and uncle's dog for Kaylyn to see how Kaylyn wasn't ready for a dog, and it backfired on me because Kaylyn cared for the dog the entire day as about a 3.5 and 4-year-old. And so the entire day. Well, so
That's a long time
yeah,
for a
so I buy this little Bichon, and Kaylyn says, I'm either going to name it Star or Summer. And I'm like, oh gosh. And so it's like, keep working on it. So she was set on that. So finally, her mom said, well, Kaylyn, why don't you pray about it? And this little 4-year-old just closed her eyes and just, God said to name it Scruffy. And we were like, Scruffy it is. And that dog lived almost 17 years. But from JH, from Marathon, from just all of the times watching you grow into a beautiful young lady. And you are so special. And it takes a very, very special guy to be your husband, and we found him.
Yes.
And so we've prayed for you, buddy. I mean, every day, every single day, and we'll continue to pray. And we're so proud of you and what you represent and the family that you come from, and you are amazing, Christopher. You're amazing. You're a wonderful young man, and we are so proud of you. We bless you. You are an amazing leader. And we can't wait to see you all's lives together. 1 + 1 will equal so much more than 2 for the kingdom. And as I said earlier, exponential glory to God because of that. So, to that, let's raise our glass and toast Christopher and Kaylyn. Here, here. Awesome. Okay. Mama,
Okay.
you want to? Yeah,
I've told
please.
her all the great things that I love about her. I mean, today has been a bucket of tears. I mean, I was hyperventilating. I was crying so hard. But anyway, so I love you.
I love you. Over him.
He is such an answered prayer.
Yes.
I mean, I hoped and dreamed and prayed that I would have son-in-laws that were like, yes. And Joe came into the world and it was like, yes. And then you, my son, oh my gosh, it is such a yes. And I'm so excited about all the fun we're going to do.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Lots of fun.
lots of fun. But the way you have loved her, you have led her, you have listened to her, you have just zigzag, pivoted every time it was time to pivot. Prayed, worship, listened. When Chris started dating Kaylyn, I don't even know how it happened, but he was like, yeah, she told me she's not really emotional. And I was like,
She never cries.
she said, I never cry. And I'm like, okay, put on your seatbelt, son. You were in for the ride of your life. But anyway, I love you.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to be your mother-in-law.
Come on.
You're my
Yeah,
favorite.
love you.
So excited.